But now you've made the decision to kick booze. How do you do it? What do you do with yourself? Well, the advice I'll give you is what I did. Stick to the basics. Every sport that I ever played and throughout my entire military career, it's always preached. Stick to the basics because there's a reason for it. When you're swimming and you start to get tired and you start to feel winded, what do? You focus on form, slow down, and you speed up. And one thing I realized that I started to do early on, I went to a meeting and a guy said that it just was profound. He said, self care doesn't have to be some hour long bath or yoga class or the gym. Self care can be just taking 5 or 10 minutes in silence and drinking a cup of coffee and just kind of resetting yourself and mentally preparing for whatever the next event of the day is. And I was like, and he said that he started to get up 15 minutes earlier than he was getting up before anybody else in his home woke up. And just having that 15 minutes of silence in the morning to drink some coffee and then start the day was all the difference. It just set his entire day off in a more peaceful manner. And it was so profound to me because I started thinking about my own days and how do I wake up every day? Well, yeah, I set my alarm to wake up for whatever time I need to, but rarely did I ever get woke up by my alarm. I'd say 9 out of 10 days, I was woke up by something else. The twins fighting over the Roku remote, the dog barking because he needs to go out. There's a dirty pull up to change, or something would wake me up, and I would wake up, take my first breath, and when my feet hit the floor, it was in reaction to something else, right? I would go break up the twin fight, fix the remote, let the dog out, do whatever, deal with whatever woke me up. And from that point on, I would be in reaction mode for the rest of the day. I would just service the next reaction, get the kids in the shower, make lunches, help get them ready for school, feed the dog, take them for a walk. And then half the time I'd look down at my watch and realize I hadn't even taken a shower yet. I've done nothing for me and I've been awake for 2 hours and now I got to go. And then off I go, right? To continue servicing other things in the day. Go to work. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to go to a meeting. You got a laundry list of things to do, right? Then you get off work. You got to go home. You walk in the door. The kids want to see you. The dog needs to go out. They're excited. Your wife wants to talk. See how your day was. And you just end up in this never ending servicing other things than you. And then the day ends. You take a shower. And by the time you sit down and do whatever it is you want to do, it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night and you're ready to go to bed over and over and over and over again. That's how your life is. And was what part of what was, driving me to drink was it was just, that was the only relief, I guess. And so I took what he said and I started to do the same thing. I would wake up about 20 minutes earlier than I knew anybody else would wake up. Right. And it was amazing. I would wake up, start some coffee, take a long hot shower, take my time shaving, brushing my teeth, getting dressed, having some coffee, organize my thoughts for the day. What am I doing today? Check my calendar. Do I have everything I need before I leave? You know, and then one of the kids would wake up. Hey, buddy, good morning. How you doing? Oh, you're hungry? Let me make you a cheese sandwich. Hey, let's get you in the bath and I'll make the sandwich while you're in the bath, buddy. And then here comes the dog that is hungry. So it's like, hey, buddy, let me scoop you some food. And then here comes my granddaughter. She's hungry. Let me make you some eggs and let's get you in the other shower, right? Just completely different start of the day. Totally different. And now what I feel like is I've started my day on my terms. I got to get up. I got to serve me. Take a shower, shave, have some coffee, gather my thoughts, maybe watch some news, catch up on some emails, whatever it is, finish my paper that I was working on for class. Got to do all that stuff in the morning, and it just made my whole day more peaceful. Just doing that. And so start there. Start with the basics. The basics being you. Start with self care for you. Have a plan, get up in the morning, do that same routine. And then the other big thing I started to do was mental transition points throughout the day. And man, that was probably one of the best things that anybody can do for their mental health. And the way I would do it is I would go through my morning routine. And when I would get in my car, before I would just start it up and let it warm up for a minute and speed off. But now I would get in the car and like put my phone down, keys, wallet, everything, buckle my seatbelt, like turn on the radio, whatever I was going to listen to or not. And then I would just watch the clock for 1 minute, whatever time it said. If it was at 9:13, I would just sit there and just for 1 minute, just kind of think about what I did during my day to this point, right? I woke up, took a shower, did this, helped the kids, walked the dog, da da da. And then I'm like, man, I've done a lot of stuff today. It makes you feel good, like you feel like you've accomplished some things. Because how many days do you just go, 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 like what I was describing before, and then feel like you got nothing done? But you actually did a lot of stuff. You just never took time to sit and think about it and kind of give yourself some gratitude for it. And so then I would drive to work. I would just kind of set my focus. Okay, that part of the day is over. I'm ready to start the next event, which is driving to work. Drive to work, get to the gate, park in the parking lot, and then before I would get out of my car, I'd do the same thing just for 1 minute. Just you know, turn off my car, get all my stuff in my pockets and my bag ready instead of just throwing it in park, keys, wallet, phone, open the door. I'm trying to get out. My backpack gets snagged on the stick shift. My water bottle flies out of the side. Like, just why am I in such a hurry all the time? There's no reason for it. So I just take 1 minute, just 1 minute on the clock, gather all my stuff, be think about the drive in, and then be like, okay, the next thing I'm doing is going to work. And I walk into work, and then do my thing. And then when I would get back in my car before I'd go home, I would just take that extra minute as my car warmed up, put all my stuff down, and just kind of think about all the things that I did at work. I'm like, man, I did this, went to a meeting, faxed this, printed that, emailed this. Wow, I was pretty productive today. And I would drive home, and the last transition is when I would get home, I would just take a minute in the driveway to kind of let the day go, gather myself, take some deep breaths, think about what I'm about to walk into, and what have the kids been up to, maybe some questions I want to ask, and kind of come in more peacefully instead of just jamming the car in park, grabbing my stuff, going inside, walking into a, twin fight chaos. It changed everything for me. And it was so simple to do. Just get up 15 minutes early and take 1 minute, 4 or 5 times throughout the day at notable transition points to kind of relax, think about what you've done, and then think about what you're going to do. So stick to the basics, give that a try. Start with that. That'll help you slow down a little bit, and then getting into a meeting, meeting up with a couple of people that you trust or you like. That's all you need, man. One person, a good meeting to go to, getting up early, taking a minute throughout the day. They're so simple and you can do them so easily, and it will help bring some peace to what I have imagined. If it's anything like what my life was, just chaos 24/7. Right? Just all the time chaos. Never felt like you got a break. And then now with this mindful, intentional pausing and a little bit of time for me, spread throughout the day, it made all the difference. So easy to do. I told my friend Chris about it. He started doing the same thing and he absolutely loved it. And of course, operators are competitive. So he tells me, I get it. I got all into it, man. Like, I heat up my shaving foam and take my time with it. And so now here we are trying to outdo each other in self care. So try it out, tell a friend about it, go crazy with it. It'll do you wonders. And then, you'll be able to sit for another minute. Before you know it, you'll be able to sit for 4. I used to see people in the parking lot when I get to work sitting in their car and I wonder, what the hell are they doing? They're wasting so much time. Idiots. And now I'm that guy. I'm the guy sitting in my car, just like taking a minute, and just resetting my day before I go on to the next event. So give it a shot. You'll love it.